Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today's the 19th of August 2025 and the prices of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market has fallen down miserably, isn't it? And one matrix card which I often say in the Blockchain DXB podcast is the ETF inflows, and looks like since the last 24 hours there is a staggering amount of $314.3 million in outflows. And look guys, the reason for this is pretty simple. President Donald Trump did have a meeting with President Zelensky last night, and along with that guys, he also had a meeting with European leaders. Now what I'd really urge you to do is guys, it is important that we got to listen to the entire interview by these people, and you'd be surprised that mainstream media is putting out a completely different narrative. Now in today's episode we'll definitely go and touch base on this. Now what I feel is this guys, President Donald Trump is definitely heading towards world peace. And based on my understanding, mainstream media is aware of that as well. But they want to go and create temporary panic in the world. And because of that, guys, and only because of that, the investor sentiment has actually fallen down. And that is clearly represented by the ETF inflows, isn't it? Because usually that number should have been positive. But right now it is in outflows. And $318.3 million as outflows, guys, does give an indication as to what the investor sentiment is, isn't it? So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and touch base on quite a lot of things. Now because of President Donald Trump, guys, the world most likely is heading towards world peace, and I'll go and discuss how long would it take for Russia and Ukraine to potentially have a world peace, and even if there is a possibility for a peace agreement or not, and whether we like it or not, guys, news such as this directly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? So we'll definitely go and touch base on this. But it's also important to note, guys, there is a lot of positive momentum regarding Ethereum ETFs, so we'll definitely go and touch base on all of these numbers. Now along with this narrative regarding Treasury firms, one narrative which is definitely picking up pace, particularly among high net worthy individuals, that is to do with SPAC, that is Special Purpose Acquisition Company. And one of the OG guys, that is Chamath Palihapitiya, he has actually filed to raise $250 million for a new SPAC, and this particular SPAC, guys, will be called as American Exceptionalism Acquisition Corp, and the ticker symbol for that is AEXA. But here's the thing, guys, he's focusing this SPAC on more to do with decentralized finance and artificial intelligence. So what I'll do, guys, in today's episode, I'll go ahead and discuss what his move is all about. Now Chamath, guys, is one of the OGs in the Bitcoin space, and he has been involved in quite a lot of brilliant projects, isn't it? So him making a move into SPAC, guys, definitely will shake up a lot of investment. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now the next news, guys, I want to touch bases regarding Bitcoin mining hash rate, and every 2016 block, which is roughly around 2 weeks, the Bitcoin mining difficulty gets adjusted, isn't it? And there is an interesting development, and you can definitely take it in a positive way, because what has happened right now, guys, is the Bitcoin mining hash rate has definitely seen a pump up. So we'll definitely go and discuss what this news is all about. And if you're someone who is really involved in the world of Bitcoin mining, guys, you should know that the mining farm has actually grown by 6%, and the market cap is roughly around $33.7 billion. So really interesting news in the world of Bitcoin mining hash rate. Now the final news, guys, is connected to Genius Act stablecoin law, and the US Department of Treasury, guys, they are seeking public input on ways to detect illicit crypto activity. So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, in the show notes below there is a link directly by the US Department of Treasury, and they're asking for people on opinion how to go and detect illicit crypto activity. Now a few days ago, guys, Scott Besson did actually have a couple of interviews, and he did put forward a suggestion regarding digital ID, guys, and a lot of Bitcoin maximalists were definitely not happy about it. So we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about, because when you talk about zero knowledge proof, guys, the idea definitely sounds great, but implementing zero knowledge proof is ridiculously expensive, isn't it? So we definitely need to be aware of those things, particularly when you talk about digital ID. But maybe, guys, if you do have any suggestions or feedback, rather than complaining and harping about it, go ahead and give the US Department of Treasury your feedback. Maybe they'll go ahead and onboard some of the things that you've actually said. Now we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news, guys, are on the world of artificial intelligence. Now the first news is definitely a massive news, and Abu Dhabi's Core 42, guys, They've added OpenAI's new model to its cloud platform, so we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Now, it's needless to say, guys, G42 and Core 42 are definitely pioneers in the world of artificial intelligence, isn't it? So we'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into this. Now, the second news, guys, is also from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi and Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, guys. They have welcomed the largest cohort in 2025 in Abu Dhabi, so we'll definitely go ahead and explore what this news is all about. And regarding Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, guys, a lot of international students are now showing a lot of interest as well as in it. So what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, if you're someone who's planning to do a master's or maybe even a PhD in artificial intelligence, it is definitely worth looking into the prospects of the university. So we've got a lot of interesting things to cover, guys, in today's episode. Let's kickstart with it right away. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, guys, whether you're looking into invest in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what, guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing, guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website, that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrencies all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet, and this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you're taking care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now the global cryptocurrency market, guys, has definitely taken a massive hit, and the global cryptocurrency market is well below the $4 trillion mark. And look guys, according to me, the reason is pretty simple. President Donald Trump wants to have peace between Russia and Ukraine, And in doing so, guys, he invited top leaders from Europe, as well as the Prime Minister of England, as well as in it. And right now, there is no certainty of anything at this moment, but could it be possible over the next coming weeks or 2 weeks? We will get concrete information if there is peace between Russia and Ukraine. I'm pretty much sure the investor confidence will increase, isn't it? And since the last 3 months, one matrix I'm looking at is the ETF inflows. And strangely, guys, since the last 24 hours, there is a massive outflow. And this outflow today, guys, is accounting for $318.3 million. So look, guys, it is needless to say, because of geopolitical uncertainty at this point of time, the investor confidence is kind of edgy at this point of time, isn't it? And based on the meeting that I witnessed between President Donald Trump and President Zelensky, along with the multilateral meeting between European leaders, guys, I do feel there is a possibility for a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. So it looks like the market is just waiting for some clarity, nothing else. Now me personally, guys, I don't actually go and watch any fake news as such, but I'm pretty much sure CNBC, CNN, as well as Associated Press or Associated Propaganda, they're definitely putting out fake news, isn't it? And whether we like it or not, guys, it is that fake news that is actually driving the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies down, no? But nonetheless, guys, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens over the next 2 weeks. Now, regarding the interviews, guys, I'll definitely go and touch base on that. But before that, let's quickly run to the global cryptocurrency snapshot, because right now the global cryptocurrency market is at $3.96 trillion. But the good thing is, if you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, today it is at $149 billion, and one matrix I'm content is the volume of stable coins, because since the last 24 hours, guys, the volume of stable coins is definitely looking good, which at a macro level means that people are converting a lot of the cryptocurrencies onto stable coins rather than selling them into fiat currency, isn't it? Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or disagree to it, and if you do have any feedback or suggestion, mention them in the comments below. Now, because the global cryptocurrency market is at $149 billion, you can make an assessment that the volume of decentralized exchanges has picked up pace as well as in it, and today, guys, the volume is at $17.69 billion. And here's the thing, guys, the charges for doing transactions on decentralized exchanges today is only at $85.87 million. Now, unfortunately, guys, the total value locked has taken a hit, and today it is below the $150 billion mark at $147.30 billion. And one matrix which I personally keep an eye on is the decentralized to centralized exchange dominance, and today, guys, that percentage is 47.89%. But look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. There is a very high possibility out of this 47.89%, centralized exchanges may be accounting for 30%, maybe even 35% to be completely honest. Now, because of Larry Fink and the recent hype regarding real-world asset tokenization, guys, I'm also tracking the total value lock that is connected to real-world assets, and since the last 24 hours, that volume is $14.59 billion. Now let's quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges, because Uniswap is clearly leading the pack with $5.93 billion, followed by PancakeSwap, but its volume is less than 1/3 of that of Uniswap. It is at $1.75 billion. Aerodrome, guys, is at number 3rd, and its volume is below the $1 billion mark. It is at $983.99 million. Cuba, guys, is at number 4th with $772.50 million. And at number 5th is Floyd with $751.2 million. Now look, guys, the only reason why I'm content with what is going on in the global cryptocurrency market is because the volume of stablecoins is pretty strong. And the volume of Tether USDT today is at $118.50 billion. Circle USDC, guys, is at number 2nd, and its 24-hour volume is $16.45 billion, followed by FDUSD, and its 24-hour volume is $9.81 billion. Now it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what the volume of stablecoins is at least for the next 3 to 5 days, and that would give us any indication as to which direction the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies would be heading towards. And along with that, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is try to follow President Donald Trump via Truth Social, because most likely he will be having a meeting with President Vladimir Putin over the phone today. And based on that meeting, guys, he will be making an announcement if there is a possibility of a trilateral meeting between Vladimir Putin, President Zelensky, and President Donald Trump. And according to me, guys, the moment that announcement is made, you can pretty much guarantee that Ukraine and Russia is heading towards world peace. So definitely keep an eye on that news. Now, the reason why I want to touch base on that news is because news such as this directly impacts the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? And one matrix, guys, we need to look at is the ETF inflows or outflows, because that gives us an indication as to the investor sentiment, isn't it? Let me know, guys, if you agree to my assessment or disagree to it, because that is what the global cryptocurrency snapshot says, isn't it? Now, guys, let's go to look at the dominance, 24-hour trading volume and market cap of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Ethereum's dominance today, guys, is at 13.20%, whereas Bitcoin's dominance is well below the 60% mark. Today it is at 58.10%. And if you look at the 24-hour trading volume, guys, Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $66.14 billion, whereas Ethereum's 24-hour trading volume is $45.12 billion. Now, strangely, guys, if you look at the market cap of Ethereum, it has taken a massive hit. Today, it is down to $511 billion. Whereas Bitcoin's market cap today is at $2.29 trillion. Now, every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, I tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? Now, in today's episode, I want to look at the top 5 proof-of-stake coins by market cap. And the reason is pretty simple, guys. Right now, there's a lot of narrative regarding Treasury firms, isn't it? And according to me, guys, you can make a clear differentiation. It is either Bitcoin or it is any other cryptocurrency that works on proof of stake. But that thing being said, guys, a firm has also put Litecoin into Treasury, isn't it? Now, regarding the top 5 proof of stake coins, guys, it is absolutely no surprise that Ethereum is at number 1. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, the market cap of Ethereum is $511 billion. The second one, guys, is Binance BNB, and its market cap is $116 billion. The third one, guys, is Solana with a market cap of $97 billion. The fourth one is Cardano, and it is staying strong with a market cap of $33.73 billion. And Tron Blockchain, guys, is at number 5th, and its market cap is $32.98 billion. Now look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. As and when the narrative regarding Treasury firm picks up pace, the total value locked will be increasing as well. Because what a lot of firms are doing is, they are buying a lot of Ethereum, guys, and they are putting it into the balance sheet. But along with that, guys, they are utilizing the same Ethereum to go ahead and become validators. So it is kind of like a double whammy, isn't it? And because of that, guys, the total value locked will definitely be pumping up. But I'm really curious to check, guys, how long will the narrative regarding Treasury firm continues. And I believe last week I also mentioned, guys, one of the weirdest matrix is the total value locked, because it will essentially mean that securing a network is ridiculously more expensive than people actually using it, or even the value of the entire blockchain protocol. Really weird matrix in my honest opinion. Now, guys, let's go and look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. And unfortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin is down to $115,064. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.12%. And since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 3.24%. Ethereum, guys, since the last 24 hours is actually down by 0.79%. And right now, the price of Ethereum is $4,238. And surprisingly, guys, even since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 1.53%. Ripple or XRP is actually below the $3 mark. Right now, it is at $2.99 to be precise. And since the last 24 hours, it is up by 0.93%. But since the last 7 days, it is actually down by 4.74%. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what announcement is done by President Donald Trump. And as I keep repeating over and over again, guys, one matrix we need to keep an eye on is the ETF inflows and outflows. And what has been happening since the last few months, guys, Ethereum ETFs in particular are continuing to attract a lot of attention due to regulatory momentum and also due to institutional adoption. But only since the last few days, guys, they're experiencing a lot of outflows. But the ETF outflows, guys, is not only for Ethereum but also for Bitcoin as well. So it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, what announcement is actually done by President Donald Trump. Now look, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is, rather than watching CNN, CNBC, Associated Press or Associated Propaganda, or even Fox for that matter, what I'd really urge you to do is, guys, go to the official White House YouTube channel and go and listen to 2 interviews. The first interview took place between President Donald Trump and President Zelensky of Ukraine, and they openly discuss, guys, what is the possibility of a peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine. And this time, guys, President Zelensky was really calm and is really thanking President Donald Trump as well. And it is no surprise that he did actually wear an entire suit. Now look, guys, it is really important to note that President Donald Trump really said that he's directly aiming for a peace agreement and not necessarily a ceasefire as such. Because ceasefires can be broken at any point of time, isn't it? And based on my understanding, guys, the interview between President Donald Trump and President Zelensky went pretty smooth. And after 2 hours, guys, President Donald Trump also participated in a multilateral meeting with European leaders. And there were European leaders from Italy, France, Germany, the head of NATO, and quite a lot of other people. Now on this meeting, guys, they were focusing more on the security agreement that Ukraine should have. Because the whole idea is, let's say President Putin does agree to a ceasefire because of President Donald Trump. What happens after Trump administration era? Could it be possible that President Putin does go and attack Ukraine? And if that thing happens, Ukraine will be in a terrible shape, isn't it? And that is something which mainstream media needs to talk about. And this time looks like even President Donald Trump agreed to it. And that is precisely the reason why President Donald Trump is focusing on a peace agreement and not necessarily a ceasefire, guys. Cause in a ceasefire, what would happen is, let's say there might be a temporary ceasefire for 1 or 2 years or maybe 4 years. And after that, the war could break out once again, isn't it? So here's the important thing to remember, guys. President Donald Trump is focusing for a long-term peace agreement between Russia and Ukraine, and not necessarily a temporary ceasefire, because a temporary ceasefire will be taken as a win. But after the Trump administration era, there is a possibility that President Putin might attack Ukraine and vice versa, isn't it? And that is something that President Donald Trump does not want to focus on. And he often keeps on saying, guys, he's focusing on ending wars rather than winning or losing it. And according to me, guys, that is the approach that we should be having, isn't it? Now, regarding this meeting, guys, here's the current status. President Donald Trump clearly said he will be having another meeting with President Vladimir Putin. And if that meeting goes well, he might be having a trilateral meeting with President Putin, President Zelensky and President Trump himself. And once that thing is achieved, guys, then we can confidently state that the world is heading towards world peace. And once that thing happens, guys, I'm pretty much sure the investor sentiment will definitely go off the chart, isn't it? And used to say the ETF inflows might even cross the $2 billion mark. Now it will take at least 2 to 3 weeks to go ahead and achieve that. Now in the meantime, guys, the only thing I can say is avoid watching a lot of fake news, because they intentionally go ahead and put out completely fake news and misleading information. But as and when we get any information regarding this, guys, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on it on the Blockchain DXB podcast. Now, guys, let's go ahead and talk about a really interesting development that is in the world of SPAC, that is Special Purpose Acquisition Company. And since the last few months, I'm seeing so many news regarding SPAC, isn't it? And this time, guys, one of the OGs, that is Chamath Palihapitiya, he has filed to raise $250 million for a new SPAC, and this SPAC, guys, will be called as American Exceptionalism Acquisition Corp, and the ticker symbol for that is AEXA. And here's the thing, guys, this SPAC will be targeting decentralized finance, artificial intelligence and defense, and this particular SPAC, guys, will be led by social capital partner Stephen True, and he will be acting as a CEO, and along with that, guys, Chamath Palihapitiya will also be acting as a chairman. And regarding American Exceptionalism Acquisition Corp, guys, they plan to sell 25 million shares at $10 each at New York Stock Exchange, and their focus here is on decentralized finance and potential bridge to traditional finance with blockchain technology. And based on the announcement, guys, they've also cited Circuit's public listing offering as a proof of how decentralized finance can actually cut intermediaries. Now look, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Chamath Palihapitiya is one of the OGs in the Bitcoin space, and if I'm not mistaken, guys, he definitely have thousands if not hundreds and thousands worth of Bitcoin. But look, guys, it is important to note regarding SPACs, guys, he has had a mixed success. Some of them have been outright failures as well. Now it is a bit strange that he has gotten into SPAC, guys, cause at one point of time he actually declared crypto dead in America. And he's a massive Bitcoin OG, isn't it? But now looks like he sees decentralized finance and stablecoins as inevitable, and because of that he's gone ahead and made this move. Really interesting development in my honest opinion. Now, guys, let's go and discuss some news in the world of Bitcoin mining hash rate. Now look, guys, every 2016 block, the Bitcoin mining difficulty gets adjusted, isn't it? And what happened, guys, is Bitcoin mining hash rate climbed early in August, with US miners in particular hitting record dominance despite weaker profitability. And CoinDesk, guys, has provided a detailed report on this. So let me give out some technical details regarding this report, because the Bitcoin hash rate did actually rise by 4% to 937 ETH hashes per second. And this was in just the first 2 weeks of August. And what is really interesting to note, guys, is the report states US listed miners now hold a record of 33.6% global share, which is up 94% year on year. And regarding the daily revenue per ETH hash per second, guys, it did actually fell down to 2%. And in terms of dollar amount, I believe that is around $56,300. And the hash price also did actually slip by 2%. And regarding the mining firms, guys, what is really surprising to note that the market cap actually grew by 6%. And in terms of dollar amount, guys, the market cap of mining firms actually stands at $33.7 billion, and looks like TeraWulf was actually one of the biggest gainers, because their share prices, guys, did actually jump by 74%, and this was because of the HPC deal and Google investment. But so far the share prices of Riot is concerned, it did actually go down by 16%. Now we do need the official report, guys. It is actually published by a CoinDesk and it is in the show notes below. Now regarding mining guys, I do have another project called as Bitcoin DXB, where I go and explain Bitcoin mining at a beginner level, advanced level and technical level. So if you do need any technical consultation regarding mining guys, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now guys, let's go and talk about some update in the world of Genius Act, which is more connected to stablecoins, isn't it? And the US Department of Treasury guys, they have issued a request for comment related to guiding and establishing national innovation for US Stablecoin Genius Act, and they're actually seeking your input on ways to detect illicit crypto activities, and they've offered a 60-day comment period guys. And this marks the first step in implementing the nation's first major stablecoin law. So look guys, what I'd really urge you to do is, if you do have ways to go ahead and identify or detect illicit crypto activities, definitely go ahead and mention it. Now a few days ago guys, I was reading some articles and there was a bit of drama regarding Scott Bessent. He did actually put forward an idea regarding digital ID that can be used to go ahead and detect illicit crypto activities, isn't it? But look, a lot of Bitcoin maximalists were definitely not happy about it. And this digital ID guys is more connected to decentralized exchanges. Now it does make a lot of sense to have KYC and AML when you have centralized exchanges, but when you talk about decentralized exchanges guys, why would you want to go out and do KYC and AML, isn't it? But look guys, I'm not advocating for illicit finances as such, but could it be possible we can come up with a solution where an individual has the right to go out and put forward an ID if required? And if I'm not mistaken guys, Panther Protocol is giving that option, but implementing those things is extremely expensive guys. So really I'm not sure what ideas we can come up with in order to go out and detect illicit crypto activities. Cause let's say guys, if you were to go out and put your whole KYC as well as AML, then essentially you're going back to the banking industry, isn't it? But look guys, if you do have any idea, comments or suggestions, I definitely do think you should mention it to the US Department of Treasury, isn't it? Now a lot of people are talking about zero knowledge proof and stuff. The idea sounds extremely great, but the problem with zero knowledge proof is it does become ridiculously expensive to go ahead and implement it. And look guys, it is really important to know that the Genius Act is now entering into what is typically a protracted period of implementation, and that is when a new financial regulation enters the arena of federal agencies that need to put it into effect, isn't it? And regarding this news guys, the US banking regulations, such as the US Office of Comptroller of the Currency and Federal Deposit Insurance Corp, will have policies to work in the future oversight of stablecoin issuers. So as an industry guys, we have a 60-day window to put forward ideas or suggestions. So what I'd really urge you to do is guys, go to the US Treasury website. The link to that is in the show notes below. And if you do have any idea or suggestions, definitely put forward it to them. So these were some macro level news guys on the Bitcoin blockchain cryptocurrency world. Now let's go and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And both the news guys are in the world of artificial intelligence. And the first news is regarding Abu Dhabi's Core42 guys. They have added OpenAI's new AI model to its cloud platform. So let me go ahead and give out more information regarding this. Because the model includes GPT OSS 20B guys, and it also includes GPT OSS 120B, and is available via the Core42 Compass API. And the models are described as open weight, meaning they provide transparency and customization options, and organizations essentially can run and adopt the models locally or in the cloud. And this guys provides full transparency, fine-tuning and soared deployment options as well, and customers essentially can align performance, cost as well as compliance to fit their needs. And Core42 guys says that this particular move supports enterprise AI autonomy, and open weight access allows businesses to customize AI for unique requirements. And according to me guys, this flexibility helps unlock new possibilities for large scale innovation, isn't it? And Core42 AI Cloud guys is powered by a silicon diverse infrastructure as well, and this infrastructure is designed to deliver flexibility and high performance for AI workloads. And look, as Core42 sees this as a pivotal step towards advancing enterprise AI adoption, and the CEO, that is Kirill Levitomov, has emphasized the role in scaling transformation and optimizing cost. And G42 has been active with multiple major AI infrastructure projects recently, isn't it? And these include the massive announcement of 5G US UAE AI Campus Initiative, and President Donald Trump did actually visit the facility as well. And along with that guys, they also had the launch of 1 gigawatt Target UAE facility, which was part of phase 1. And in 2024 guys, I also covered news regarding Microsoft, and they had committed a $1.5 billion investment in G42, isn't it? So things are definitely looking good for the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And Core42 and G42 guys are definitely pioneering the space in the world of artificial intelligence, not just in Abu Dhabi guys, probably in the entire world as well. Now guys, let's go ahead and discuss second news, and this is connected to Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, because they welcomed the largest cohort in 2025 in Abu Dhabi. So let me go ahead and share this news, because a total of a staggering 403 new students are actually joining in Abu Dhabi this year. And here's the thing guys, the university received 8,000 plus applications across undergraduate and graduate programs, but the acceptance rate stood only at 5%, and this just highlights the high competitiveness in it. And their intake guys includes inaugural undergraduate students alongside new graduate cohorts, and Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence guys also launched its Bachelor of Science in Artificial Intelligence program this year. And essentially guys, the Bachelor in Science offers 2 tracks, AI for Business and AI for Engineering, and the program design emphasizes technical rigor, leadership, entrepreneurship and industry experience. And Timothy Baldwin guys, who is a provost and professor of NLP of Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence, commented on the pace of AI transformation, and Baldwin highlighted the need for constantly updated AI curriculum, which is aligned with modern research and industry needs. And look, as the university is already ranked among the world's top AI university based on research and credential. And the new programs that are introduced include Bachelors in Artificial Intelligence as well as Masters in Applied Artificial Intelligence. Now the program guys aligns with UAE National Strategy of AI 2031, isn't it? And they also support Abu Dhabi's fast-growing AI ecosystem. And students guys at Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence learn about artificial intelligence with AI through AI and for Artificial Intelligence. And the Bachelor's in Science in Artificial Intelligence guys is positioned as a new global benchmark for depth, relevance and employability. And early in 2025 guys, Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence launched its first Institute of Foundation Models, including a Silicon Valley lab in California as well. So look guys, if you have your kids who want to do masters, Mohammed bin Zayed University of Artificial Intelligence is the place to be, isn't it? Definitely brilliant news. So these were the news guys on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So let's kick start with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, before we go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series, I do have some really interesting announcements. The first one is an interesting partnership, and this is connected to Bitcoin events. Now look guys, you know that Bitcoin is the king of all kings, isn't it? And the OGs of Bitcoin events, that is Bitcoin Inc., they have a massive event taking place in August in Hong Kong. And guess what guys? Blockchain DXB is the official media partner for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And this particular event guys takes place in August in Hong Kong. And Bitcoin Asia is the region's premier Bitcoin gathering event where builders, investors as well as investors meet. So at this event guys, expect powerful keynotes, bold conversations, and a headlining session with none other than Eric Trump, and he will be sharing his vision for Bitcoin's long-term potential. And more importantly, he along with a lot of Bitcoin OGs guys, they will be talking about the role of Bitcoin in global finance. And at the Bitcoin Asia 2025 event guys, they will be discussing Asia's massive impact on adoption. And look, as Bitcoin Asia event connects global Bitcoin communities and drives innovation across cultures and markets, from infrastructure to regulations, privacy tools to lightning development and quite a lot more. And for you listeners of the Blockchain DXB podcast guys, I have a cool discount code of 10% for you, and the code is pretty simple guys. It is DXB, that is D for David, X for X-ray and B for Bravo, and DXB is the code for Dubai as well, isn't it? So what are you waiting for guys? In the show notes below you'll see the registration details for Bitcoin Asia 2025. And look guys, Hong Kong is calling, so be part of the future of Bitcoin. Now the next announcement guys is another big one, and this is connected to Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. And Blockchain DXB once again is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Search 2025. Now me personally guys, I did attend the Future Blockchain Summit going back to 2017, and the fact is guys, it is one of the biggest, oldest as well as boldest blockchain events in the region, and according to me as well as a lot of advocates of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, Future Blockchain Summit as well as Fintech Surge 2025 is probably the biggest event in the entire world, and this event guys takes place between the 12th and 15th of October at the iconic location of Dubai Harbour. So this is going to be the place where blockchain meets fintech to redefine the future of finance. So expect 250 world-class speakers, over 1,200 investors, live demos, product launches, as well as GITEX Digital Assets Forum, and all of these things guys will be under one roof, so you can expect so-called Web3 pioneers to fintech leaders shaping payments, banking, insurtech, AI as well as decentralized finance, and this particular event guys brings the entire ecosystem together. This is a launchpad you've been waiting for, and by attending this event guys, you will be in a position to be in front of top venture capitals, accelerators as well as industry leaders, and for blockchain and fintech companies guys, this is where connection turns into partnerships and dream turns into reality. And because Blockchain DXB is the media partner for Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Surge 2025 guys, in the show notes below you'll see the registration details, and there's a hidden discount code mentioned below as well. So do one thing guys, click on the show notes below, get yourself registered, and see you between the 12th and 15th at Dubai Harbour at the Future Blockchain Summit and Fintech Surge 2025.
Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Lina who asks, do you think with the Genius Act turning into law, we'll see a lot of momentum in the stablecoin world? Now this is such a simple question, Lina, and the answer to that is yes, because when regulations give room for stablecoins, it does boost a lot of confidence, not just in high net worth individuals and institutions, even average individual people, they would more confide in stablecoins, isn't it? Now look, me personally, I'm definitely not a fan of stablecoins as such, because according to me, they have absolutely nothing to do with blockchain technology as such. Rather, they are just centralized issuers who are literally replacing the role of a bank, and they are offering a stablecoin, which again, once off in the north is more backed by US dollar, isn't it? But look, Alina, the answer to your question is yes. When regulations are absolutely clear, particularly in the world of stable coins, it does boost a lot of confidence in people, isn't it? Now, regarding the Genius Act, I do like the fact that a lot of issuers, they need to do a lot of thorough audit, and more importantly, these audits are not done by the audit firms that they choose, because when you look at Tether USDT's audit, some of the audit report is absolutely laughable. As a matter of fact, Alina, what I really urge you to do is go ahead and check out Tether USDT's very first audit, and you wouldn't believe the very first audit was literally a pie diagram. That is about all. And in that pie diagram, they just put an arrow and said, this is cash. This is what the US Treasury bills are. That is an absolutely horrendous way of doing any audit, isn't it? Now, in comparison to, let's say, Circle USDC's audit, that audit is absolutely comprehensive. It is well over 170 pages long, and it gives you full official details regarding this. Now look, Alina, I'm not a massive fan of regulations as such, but when you talk about stablecoin issuers, they are literally replacing the role of a bank, isn't it? And more importantly, they are centralized entities. So if they were to go belly up, a lot of people will actually lose the funds. And I'm not talking about users, I'm also talking about people who have invested in it. So keeping all these things in mind, I'm definitely in favor of regulations when it comes to stable coins. Now that thing being said, Alina, one thing which I do not like regarding the Stablecoin Act is there is absolutely no room for algorithmically backed stablecoin, and that according to me is a massive no, because they are blaming the collapse of Terra Luna, isn't it? Now I 100% disagree to that move. Now granted, Terra Luna completely failed, but that does not mean that future projects would fail, isn't it? Because if you look at Ethereum definitely rolled back a lot of the blockchains. So if you're making that argument, you could also say that Ethereum has rolled back its chain. Why couldn't it actually do it in the near future? So according to me, a lot of regulations should definitely be focusing on algorithmically backed stablecoin. And unfortunately, even in Dubai's VARA, that is Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, they have said a big fat no to algorithmically backed stablecoin. And to be honest, I completely don't understand the reasoning for it. Now, could it be possible in US the people who are backing the Genius Act, they're actually financed by a lot of lobbyists who are actually issuers of stable coins? The answer to that will be a definite yes, because they've actually identified the dangers of algorithmically backed stablecoin to a centralized issuer, isn't it? So I wouldn't be surprised a lot of lobbyists from Genius Act, they're definitely seeing algorithmically backed stablecoin as a threat to their own business. So I would really like to see a lot of emphasis on algorithmically backed stablecoin. But going back to your answer, I do see yes.
the volume will definitely increase, and who's to say in maybe 3 to 5 years we might be seeing a lot of retail adoption. So let's say when you go to a store, rather than using fiat currency, you'll actually go and start using stable coins, because the whole benefit of using stable coin is instant settlement, isn't it? So definitely interesting question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB Podcast, where we cover top news and information pertaining to the process. We look at geopolitical news. We talk about what is going on, particularly in White House right now. We look at the latest technological development, and we also go and talk about all the latest development in the space, isn't it? And then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We discuss regulatory requirements in upcoming businesses. And we also go and look at any potentials in the Middle East region. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.